Today we're going to do lesson 3.2, which is called Apple Store Product Sales. This is a Google Sheets activity. Please make sure that you are using Google Chrome for this activity and not Internet Explorer. So again, please look and make sure you're on Google Chrome before you go any farther. Please look at the overview on the packet that you should have in front of you. Also, look through the skills that we're going to learn and then go down to instructions. For step 1, I'm not going to talk about how to do that in the video. Please look at the packet for instructions for that. And also the very last steps in the activity, I'm not going to talk about those either. Please check out the packet for information for those. Today I'm going to start with step 2. So if you look back to step 2 on your packet, it says enter the data as shown in 3.2 figure A. That's near the back of this packet. So if you look on, I believe, the second to last page in your packet, you will see up in the top corner, it'll say 3.2 figure A, and you'll basically see the spreadsheet on your paper. You can also still see the grids that make up the spreadsheet for this one. There is another figure, 3.2 figure B is next to that. That one does not have the grids, so you want to make sure you're looking at the one that does have the grids. So all you want to do here is you want to make sure that you are filling in the information on your screen exactly as you see it on the paper. You'll notice that you have different cells on the paper. So cells are the letter and the number for the cell that you have highlighted. So the one that is highlighted right now is cell A1 because it is in row A, and it is in, column A, and it is in row 1. So if I click on a random one here or there, let's say this one, this is cell E10. So that is how you name the cells. You go column and then row. So we want to go back to cell A1, and if you look at our paper, in cell A1, we have what says Apple Store. So all you need to do is double click in the cell and you will see the blinking line, which tells you that you can write here. So all you want to do is, again, fill in the information exactly as you see it. After you fill in one cell, you can either click on cell A2 to fill out the next one, or once you're done with cell A1, you can hit enter and it will take you straight down to A2. So that's a little faster, but whichever way works for you. So you want to fill this information in. Cell A2 had Mall of America. Cell A3 says 132 South Avenue. And cell A4 says Bloomington, Minnesota 55425. Notice that when I fill in cell A4, it looks like it kind of overlaps into cell B4. That is okay. If we have something in cell B, then we might have a little bit of an issue, but since there's nothing there, it's okay if it overlaps. So now I'm going to go down to cell, looks like the next one is cell A7, and that says Apple Product Sales. And A8 says week of July 5th through 11th. Okay. Now we're down to cell A10. One thing you want to do is, as you're working through this, always check and make sure you're in the correct cell. You could run into some problems later on when we do the formulas if your information is in the wrong cell. So you always want to look through and check and make sure things are in the right place. So cell A10 in capital letters is product. Then over to B10, and all I did is I actually hit the arrows on the keyboard to get over there, so that's a quicker way. This one says sales, tax, and total. Alright, now for cell A11 through A27, you have a lot of information here. These are the names of the products, so you, again, want to check and make sure you're spelling things correctly, and you want to check periodically and make sure that you're in the correct cell. So you want to go through and fill out cell A11 through A27 with the name of the products, and then cells B11 through B27, and those are the amounts that they made. So this total sales per week, for the week of July 5th or 11th, you want to fill it in through, or from B11 through B27. Again, please make sure these numbers are correct so that everything looks exactly as it looks in the spreadsheet when you're done. So what I want you to do is fill out everything here. Don't forget about cell A29 and A30. Once you are done, please take a second and go back and check and make sure everything's correct, and then continue the video. So for now, I would like you to pause it, fill in the information, and when you're done, please resume the video. Alright, and now that you are done with step 2, I want to remind you again, please check and make sure you have the information in the correct cells. It's easier to double check it now than to go back and fix it all later. So now that we're done with step 2, we're going to go on to step 3. As a quick reminder, just remember that you can pause the video whenever you need to. You can always go back. You can move around wherever you need to. This is at your own pace. So remember that you have the freedom to, stop the video when you need to, go back and check things, whatever works for you. So step 3 on your paper, you'll notice that step 3 has a little star next to it. That means this is kind of a big step. So some of the steps are smaller steps that are kind of part of the previous step. Step 3 is a new step. So step 3 says find and replace text. To find text within your spreadsheet and replace it with different text, from the edit menu, select find and replace. So if you look on my screen, you want to go up to where it says edit and then go down to find and replace. Once you click there, this box will pop up. On your paper, please go on to the back where it says step 4. And step 4 says in the find and replace dialog box, type MacBook. You see those little brackets around MacBook on your paper? You do not need to type those. All you need to do is type the letters that are inside. So type MacBook. Notice there is a space there between Mac and book. And back to step 4, once it says type MacBook, and then in the find field, type MacBook in the find field, and then type MacBook again in the replace field. But notice this time there is no space. So in the replace box, you want to type MacBook with no space. Once you are done with that, you want to click replace all, and then click done. So if you look on cells 11, A11, A12, and A13, you'll see that MacBook has a space here. Watch what happens when I click replace all. It says it replaced 3 instances of MacBook with MacBook without the space, and you'll see that cells A11 through A13 now have no space. So that is a quick way that if you made a mistake on many things over and over, you can fix that. Anytime you need to change many things, then it's easy to go to find and replace and use that tool. Now that we've done that, we can click done. Step 5 says format as currency. This one has a star next to it too, so it means it's something different than before. So to format numbers as dollars with a dollar symbol, commas, and decimal places, select column B and click the currency icon. So it says hint, to select the column, click the column heading containing the column letter. So we're going to click on column B. So the column heading with the letter is right here. So I click here and notice that it all turned blue. And then right above B is a little dollar sign and it says format as currency. So when I click there, then automatically it changed all of this information to have dollar signs, comma, decimal point, and it adds that there are 0 cents with everything here. So now that step 5 is done, we're going to go on to step 6, which is using formulas. So for sheets to recognize that a formula is being used to calculate data, all formulas must begin with an equal sign. So something to keep in mind. All formulas start with the equal sign. Step 7, use multiplication formula. To calculate the sales tax using multiplication in cell C11, type equal sign, B11, star, representing the multiplication, and 7%. So make sure you check that out. Go to cell C11, which is right here. And I'm typing, it says to type equal sign, B11. Notice that cell B11 now kind of lit up once I did that. The star, which you can get from holding down the shift key and hitting the letter 8. And then 7%, which is shift key and letter 5. Alright, once you do that, hit enter. And automatically it calculated the sales tax for the MacBooks. So 7% of $10,392 is $727.44. So now that we did step A, it said hit the enter key. We did that already. Step B says to apply the formula in cell C11 to other cells, select cell C11 and drag the autofill handle down to cells C12 through C27. So this can be a little tricky sometimes. So you want to click back at cell C11 and you'll see this little blue square down here. Click on the square, hold down your mouse, and drag all the way down to cell C27. And once you let go, all the numbers just fill in automatically for you. So this is much quicker than if you were to do the math by yourself. All you had to do. I'm going to hit undo really quick. You don't have to do this, but I want to hit undo to show you again what I just did. So blue square on cell C11. Click there, hold down, and drag all the way to 27. And as soon as you let go, all the numbers are there. So that was step 7, A and B. Now we needed to use step 8, says use the addition formula. So to add the sales and the sales tax in cell D11, type =, B11. Notice that B11 lit up again. Plus, to hit the plus sign, you want to hit the shift key, hold down the shift key, and next to backspace, you'll see plus and equals. If you hold down shift, that will give you plus C11. So now what you're telling it to do here is to add whatever numbers are in B11 and whatever numbers are in C11 and hit enter. Now that we did that, to apply the formula again, you want to click on that blue square and drag all the way down, and you've got it. Very quick. And the next thing that we need to do is step 9, find the sum. To calculate the sales total for the week, do the following. In cell B29, which is right here, we need to, from the functions drop-down menu, select sum. So functions are up here. They might actually be hidden. You might have to click more first, but it kind of looks like this kind of funny capital E or maybe a backwards number 3. If you click there and go to sum, then this pops up for the formula and it's telling you that it's going to add the sum. And then step B says, when prompted to input the range of cells, select cells B11 through B27. So all you need to do is click back up here, B11 through 27. Notice they all are highlighted. And then we hit enter. And it just added that number up for me. Very easy. So now for step 10, use division to calculate the total average sales per day. In cell B30, we're going to type this in. Type the =, B29. Notice it lights up. The division sign is next to the right shift key. And 7. And you hit enter. And there you go. We've got it already. So that was step 10. Step, where is 11? Oh, step 11 was that hit enter, so we did that already. Step 12, resize column A so that all data is visible. So what do you need to do is column A, notice that total sales for the week and average daily sales are kind of cut off. You have to kind of hold your mouse between A and B up here. You don't want to click on anything yet. You just want to kind of move it around. Eventually you'll see this. You'll see the 2 arrows. Once you see those, hold your mouse down and drag as far as you need so that everything is visible. And there you have it. Step 13, center align cells A1 through A4. So what you want to do here is you can click on cell A1, hold down the shift key, and then click on cell A4. Notice they're all highlighted now. And you want to center align them. So alignment is up here. Here it says we're a horizontal align. We want to click on that and click on the one in the center. Now they are center aligned. Now I guess it just wanted us to do that to show us how to do it, so we can go back and undo that. So we want to change it back to how it was before. Click back up there and left align. Step 15, bold cells A10 through D10. So click on cell A10 and then hit the shift key and then click on D10. And we want to bold them. That's the big capital B up here. And step 16 says to right align cells B10 through D10. So what you want to do is we have A10 through D10 selected, so we're going to get rid of that. B10, hold down shift key, click on D10. And it said to right align them, so back to alignment and right align. Alright, now that we have done this, your spreadsheet should be completed. Please check through it, make sure you've got everything here, make sure you followed all the steps. Once you are finished with this, please look at your packet for how to turn the assignment in, and you've just created your first spreadsheet for our class. So I hope that you were able to complete this with help of the video. Make sure you follow through the video, go back and check if you need help. If you need to see something again, watch parts of the video again. Please make sure everything is correct, and when you're done, go ahead and submit it.